Hey everybody, it's Andy Cloudy Milder. At the end of my 10 favourite rock and metal album artwork video, I mentioned that I might do a So Bad It's Good follow up to that, and a few people in the comments said they would really like to see that. So I thought, rather than sit on it, I would go ahead and do that this week. First of all, thanks to everybody who did a response to that video. I didn't really necessarily mean it to be a thread, but it's one of those nice, easy, simple topics that everybody likes to jump on, and it was fantastic to see so many responses. If I've not commented on yours and I've not seen it, I've been a bit busy this week. I haven't caught up on all the videos yet. Drop me a comment on this video or that video to say you made a response, and I will go and watch it. Some absolutely fantastic examples of brilliant album artwork that have been put forward. A lot of people didn't agree with mine, which is fine because it was my list. I tend to like albums that have a single striking image on them, and some people prefer much more elaborate artwork, which I do love too. But when I pulled my 10, that's what came out, so I went with it. But on this video now, what do I mean by album art that's so bad it's good? So obviously there's the 10 albums that I liked. There are many album covers that I look at and just think I don't like that at all. But these ones are ones where I initially thought I didn't like them, or thought they were a bit rubbish. Not even didn't like them, just thought they were a bit shit, to be honest. But then over time, I really grew to like them, and like them to this day. So I think I've pulled about 13 here, but this is kind of a top 10, but it's a top 10 in no particular order. First up, now this one I'm still on the fence with, I'll be honest with you. When I first saw it, I just thought it was a terrible cover. But, I'm coming to love that android robot figure, casting a bit of a forlorn figure on the front, having a drink, getting pissed on by the dog. And just the different, it's one of those ones that kind of absorbs you. There's a lot more in this cover than I first thought, so I feel a little bit bad putting this one in to say it's so bad it's good. It's because I'm definitely thinking it's good now, but maybe it wasn't so bad to start with. So they get worse but better, if you see what I mean. Next up, this is Tortoise Corpse. World's got a problem. Not only probably one of the worst names in UK thrash metal, it's probably one of the worst names in thrash metal at all. Maybe next to Lawnmower Death, who knows. Welsh thrash metal, no doubt. I think these guys are from Newport. But that cover is bad. I mean, all the examples I'll show here are either... Oh, merch slip. Are either... What I mean by bad is I look at the drawings and think they're not great drawings, but I love them. Or they're not great concept art, but I love them. And World's Got a Problem is one of those. This is 1991 on Tombstone Records. It's not too bad an album. It's definitely lower tier thrash, but this is an album worth checking out if you want to go a little bit deeper into the UK thrash metal scene. Tortoise Corpse, World's Got a Problem. Next one up. Now, this cover is awesome. I only had picked up this one recently, and one of the reasons why I picked it up from Jürgen Allman, actually, was because of the cover. It's a brilliant album. I absolutely love the 3 Pandemonium albums I got off him, but I have no idea what's going on with the artwork. I'd explained it in the video when I picked it up, or I tried to explain it about the whole glass jar thing and the bars through the head where the perspective's all wrong, and the strange werewolf type. It's kind of like, I'm wondering whether... See, I don't know what's going on down here. Lots of dangly hair stuff going on with a werewolf. And it actually kind of looks like the werewolf thing is wearing a loincloth, which why would a werewolf thing wear a... I'm maybe going a little bit deep here. Maybe going a little bit deep. But Pandemonium, The Kill. It's an awesome album. And it's an awesome cover. But it's kind of a really bad drawing. Better than I could do. Let's get this straight. I'm no artist, so I kind of feel a little bit cheeky. slagging off these artists, but you know what I mean. You know where I'm coming from. More UK thrash. This is a classic. Hydravane, rather death than false of faith. This is a classic. So bad it's good cover. I think the band commissioned it, but when it came back, it was too late to change it, and they hated it. I mean, it's pink for thrash metal, which is never the best colour. Certainly not in the 80s. Certainly not around, when was this? 89, I think, originally. Maybe even 1990, when the sort of the glam metal scene was very, very pink, and this was thrash. Excellent album, but I love it. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a Hydra fog, Grim Reaper being thing, but love it, absolutely love it. But it's bad. Over to Japan now, and this is Erg by Erg Police, or is it? Yeah, or is it Erg Police by Erg? I could never quite remember. Again, one of those drawings that, you know, what the hell is going on? I mean, this guy clearly, it looks like he's lost a shitload of money, but he couldn't have lost yet, surely, because they've not shown their hands. And he's up against two pair of Joker. But you know, has he lost? He doesn't know yet, does he? But just, I love that cover. I love the colours on it, really striking. And yeah, just this doesn't even look like this guy's hand. It's sort of, it's is it easy? It's in front, or it's behind his arm. I mean, it's, anyway. These are prime examples. Now, I think in his response video, Simon over at Explosive Action, have I got that right? Either had this in his top 10 or maybe even an honorary mention. It's in my top 10 of So Bad It's Good because it's not the best draw in the world, but it is an awesome cover nonetheless. I mean, it's all, this dude looks a bit like Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden. The difficult to know what the dragon thing is doing, how many arms or legs it's actually got, and the guy at the back being all very creepy, but it's classic heavy metal album artwork, really badly drawn, but so good. How many we got left? We've got about 4 left of my top 10, I think. 4 or 5. What were they thinking? This is one of the ones that's almost so bizarre it's good. The Rods, Let Them Eat Metal. You've got a lady. Oh, I use that term lightly. She probably is a lady. But she's obviously either in the state of dress, getting dressed, or undressed, and she has a large golden dildo in a banana skin. And I just wonder what was going through, what the photographer was actually saying when he was describing how I want you to pose. The mind boggles, but it's just one of those covers. I just think, like, I love it because it is so bad. It is just it's brilliant. What can I say? Very much of its time, no doubt. Now this is a twofer. This is two records by the same band, and it's Battle Axe. The first one, their debut album. Again, it's better than I can draw, but it looks like something someone, you know, a high school kid would have drawn, maybe in art class, or maybe when he wasn't actually listening in his proper class. Now, from what I can remember about reading about this, is they submitted this, I think, as an example of the type of cover that they wanted, and the record company just went and published it. I love the fact that the wheel's all wonky here. It's all slightly out of perspective. He doesn't actually look that hard, even though he's on a bike with studs and he's wielding a battle axe above his head. But yeah, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Terrible drawing, but absolutely awesome. Now the second album, and now Jason Skills, he actually had this as one of his favourite ones. That's a terrible photo. I'm sorry, but it's absolutely awful. But it's got heavy metal claws, and it's the totally unconvincing reaching out to the power from the universe, and they're not going to win any acting Oscars for this one, are they? That's just it's awesome though. Much cooler picture on the back of the band. I mean, they look like they look metal. They look hard. There, they do look like it's a bad day at the drama school. Sorry, fellas. 2 left now. No, I'm not saying this is a bad album cover. I think this is an awesome album cover. This one could have very well nearly been in my top 10. So why am I showing it? Well, I'm showing this because I firmly believe that this is what Ross, Scott, Joey, and Eric had in mind. This was what was in their minds. This is what they pictured when they posed for this in the Glory Ride. Only 5 years or so earlier. This obviously isn't badly drawn, but the concept is terrible. They must have thought they looked amazing. I really think that's how they thought they looked. But that's what they got. It's almost like that's their Tinder picture, and that's who turns up on the date. But Interglory Ride is such a fantastic album, and that artwork or cover concept is completely iconic. Absolutely love it, just because of the ridiculousness of it. Even the looks like the blue marigold that he's using to wield the smallest of maces. But there we go. I love it, love it, love it. And this one, last one, could well be my favourite. And if you are a long-time viewer of my channel, you'll see me show this album a number of times and comment on the cover. It's one of the best, so bad it's good, metal covers of all time. Easy Prey from Predator. Metal Blade Records, 1985. Just the completely dishevelled man in the mask preying on the poor innocent girl taking a walk along the beach in his completely bright white, just washed, ripped t-shirt there. What were they thinking? But I think it is absolutely brilliant. So there you go. That's my 10 so bad they're good covers. If you want to jump on this and show yours, go ahead. Call it a thread if you want. I don't. But if you guys jump on it, then no doubt it will become one. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. See you.